Hi everyone, and welcome to another yoga class with me. My name is Amy. And so this is kind of like a very relaxing and tuning into yourself practice today. If you ever find that a pose is a little bit too much for you, or it's pushing you past the point of awareness and into discomfort, just either ease back, or you can go into Sukhasana, which is cross-legged easy pose, or you can go into child pose, which is, we will do this later, but it's when you're on your hands and knees and you're just rounded down. So child pose, which is also called Balasana or easy pose. And so we're going to begin our practice laying down. So if you would with me, we're going to come down onto our butts, laying down, easing back nice and easy, and stretching out the legs. So while we're here, we're going to start with our hands on our lower abdomen, and we're going to go ahead and breathe into that lower abdomen and focus on sending our breath there, breathing in fully and exhaling completely. So really feeling into that space where we breathe in and expand the lower abdomen, and exhale, breathe out, and that lower abdomen deflates and releases. Inhaling, nice, long, even inhales, and exhaling, nice, long, slow exhales. We're just easing into our practice, focusing on our breath. Now we'll begin to take those hands up to the rib cage, the lower rib cage. And we're going to breathe into both the lower abdomen and the upper abdomen and rib cage. So inhaling, feel that expansion, and exhaling, feel everything relax. Inhaling, focusing on the breath coming in and out of the body. Inhaling and exhaling. And you're really going to just see how much longer you can make each inhale and how much longer you can extend each exhale. And as we continue, we can go ahead and take our hands up to our heart center and our chest. And we're going to breathe all the way up through the lower abdomen, upper abdomen, rib cage, and the chest. So inhaling nice and deep and slow. Filling the body all the way up, and exhaling completely, slowly, feeling the lower abdomen, the upper abdomen, the chest deflate. I can feel myself starting to lift my shoulders, so I'm going to relax my shoulders down and just focus on inhaling all the way through the torso and exhaling down through, right back through from the chest, the upper abdomen, the lower abdomen. One more big, deep breath here. And exhaling, releasing all that air out. And we can come back into breathing normally. And we'll bring in our knees, hugging our knees into our chest. And just rocking the knees around, side to side. Giving the lower back a little bit of breath and massage. This is a really great de-stressor at the end of our day. Just letting go, and we'll go ahead and drop the back leg down, if that's my left leg, and hug in the right leg. We'll flex and point here. Flexing and pointing that one foot. Continuing to breathe. And one more. And we'll go ahead and hold behind the thigh at the hamstrings. We'll flex the foot and just gently start to stretch up the leg, keeping a nice soft bend in the knee and bending completely. Stretching, extending, feeling into the leg. Might be tight after sitting or standing all day, bending and extending. And we'll go ahead and extend again and hold at the top, and we'll rotate the ankle, rotating around the ankle in one direction. And then we'll switch to the other direction. And from here, flexing again. If it's available to you, you can take out the left leg and extend that down, keeping it parallel and active. Shoulders are down on the mat, relaxed, and we're just holding here. There's no pressure to have the leg completely straight right now. We're just feeling into the body, getting everything warmed up, bending that knee, pulling it back in. We'll place it on the floor because we're going to bring the other knee in, and we're going to hold this knee, and we're going to do the same thing we did on the other side, flexing and pointing the toes, flexing and pointing. Flexing and pointing. Now we'll flex the foot, and we'll take our hands underneath at the back of the thigh, and we'll stretch gently and bend. Extend, giving space to have a nice bend in that knee. There's no reason it needs to be straight right now. There's no pressure to straighten anything. Just stretching and bending. And stretching back up with the flexed foot, we'll rotate the ankle in one direction. And switching directions to the other way. And now we're here. We'll stay flexed here, dropping those shoulders down and extending if you did it on the other side. that right leg out flat, flexing the foot, keeping the leg active and parallel. You're doing beautiful, beautiful. Bending this knee. We'll put that foot down and bring both knees bent, both feet onto the mat. From here, we'll go into a supine butterfly pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. So there is a tendency to want to dip into the lower back, so just be cognizant of that, and maybe you want to just put your hands on the floor, on the mat, to just assist you in making sure you are supported and that lower back is not dipping. If you do have hip tension right now, I am only working with the bolster tonight, but if you do have blocks, you can put blocks underneath your knees to help ease the strain in the hips if there is any strain there. So definitely modify if you need to support yourself in being in a comfortable or as comfortable as possible stretch here. And if everything is fine for you, you can also reach your hands up above your head, making sure to relax the shoulders down and not overarch the lower back. Keep the lower back nice and aligned. And we'll breathe here for several breaths. We're going to take this as a moderate yin posture. Really taking this opportunity to tune in to yourself and your breathing. And slowly, if you have your arms above your head, you can lower them down. And we'll assist our legs, bringing our knees back up. And what we can do now is a little counter pose, just briefly taking our feet to the outsides of our mat and letting the knees drop in. I always like to leave my hands on my pelvis for this, but you can leave them down at the mat if you want to. It's just a quick counter for that long opening of the hips. And from here we'll open and slowly turn to one side, and we'll press ourselves up, coming into Sukhasana easy pose. Take some neck and head movements to just make sure we're nice and open in the neck and head. So we'll turn to the right, just the neck and head, keeping our body in alignment, our shoulders staying square and released back onto the shoulder blades. Turning to the right and to the left. It doesn't matter if you're the same as me, just as long as you are in alignment and getting these neck stretches from one side to the other. The next time you come to center, we'll stop there and we'll take our chin to the chest and lift our chin up, gaze up, just gently on the diagonal, taking it back down, chin to chest, and lifting back up. Beautiful. One more here, chin to the chest, and then lifting up and coming back to center. We'll take the right ear to the right shoulder. Any ear to any shoulder really is fine because you'll just flow with your own breath. I prefer to inhale as I'm taking my ear to my shoulder, exhaling as I'm rolling through. Because I feel like the inhale opens up my chest just a little bit more and reminds me to keep my shoulders back and down while I do this. And next time you find yourself chin to chest, we'll stop there and come back up to center. And from here we'll do a few cat-cows. So we're going to come into hands on the knees. We'll open and arch our back. Chest opens, face looks up on the inhale, and on the exhale we're going to contract and round the back, chin to the chest. Inhaling to arch, face looks up, chest opens. Exhaling to round, chin to the chest, contracting. Inhaling to arch, and exhaling to round. Inhaling to arch and exhaling to round. Beautiful work here. It's very nice to get our spine nice and ready to move. So with that in mind, we're going to take our feet out in front of us, coming into Dandasana. And again, move the fleshy parts of the seat away. Toes are flexed and we want our legs parallel as much as possible. Our back nice and tall, and we're going to go ahead and lift the arms up and we'll twist gently to one side, opening, lifting back up, and we'll twist to the other side. On the exhale, inhaling to lift, exhaling to twist, very gently, inhaling to lift, and exhaling to twist. And we'll inhale to lift here, and bring the hands back down. Beautiful job. So now we're going to get a little bit more of a twist. So we're going to bend that right leg, holding it in, bring it in very close to you, and you're going to hug that knee in with the elbow. Use the back arm to kind of lift you up, make sure your spine is nice and tall, and look back over that back shoulder. Now, if this is not so easy for you, you might want to extend that foot forward and just hold with the hand. As long as you're getting a nice long spine and tall and twisting into that position, that is terrific. So stay there. Inhaling to lift and exhaling to find maybe a little bit more space in your twist. We are not cranking around with this hand. We should be able to lift it up. It's not stable. It's stabilizing us a little bit, but it's not, the only thing stabilizing us. Inhaling and exhaling. One last inhale, and we'll go ahead and exhale here and extend that leg. And we'll go ahead and take that on the other side, bending that knee as much as you feel you can keep that nice spinal alignment with. Think this side, and it's natural that you are not always going to have the same flexibility from one side to the other. So you have to feel out that flexibility. How does this feel in this hip to you? And we'll go ahead and see what degree of extension we have in here. And twist. Inhaling to lift and exhaling to twist a little bit further. If there's space, if not, just relaxing into the twist. Inhaling and exhaling. If your breath becomes short or ragged, ease back from the pose. One last big breath in here. And exhaling, coming back to center and taking that foot out in front of you. Beautiful job. Those twists are not that easy. So we're gonna go ahead and come into a half cow face pose. So what it will look like for you is that one foot will be out and the other will be stacked on top. So it will be just like as if we were doing cow face with this tucked under, but this is out. We're getting an incredible hamstring stretch here. And so if you do have any discomfort under the knee and you want to, you can put a towel or a blanket under your knee, and that will give you just a little bit of supported bend so that you can go ahead and stretch. I am going to stay facing you for this since I am already there. And we're gonna go ahead and stay lifted to start. And if you have space that you can start to walk yourself forward a little bit while keeping your spine elongated, that's great. If not, just stay here, stay where you're at. And then we're going to round just very gently. There's no place to go. We're just going to round and let everything stretch. I really feel this in my hamstring, in the back of my legs, even all the way down into my calf muscle. So we're just going to breathe here, breathe into that area. One more breath here. And we'll slowly roll up back to a nice tall spine and release that leg. And we can go ahead and shake the legs out a little bit. And we're going to take that on the other side. So we'll bring our left leg across to whatever degree it is most comfortable to you. Sitting up nice and tall, chest open, shoulders back and down as always. And we have our hands out in front. Breathing in. If we can, we'll go ahead and take a little walk forward. I don't have much space in my flexibility to do that, but I'm trying to keep my back nice and tall for now. And I'm going to exhale and just fold and relax forward and receive that stretch in the back of the leg. If you feel discomfort, lift out of that stretch a little bit. This is all about your comfort, your stretch, your relaxation. Breathing here. One more breath. And we'll slowly begin to roll up to a nice tall spine, and we'll uncross the legs and shake them out a little bit. So we're going to come onto our stomachs, so laying prone onto our mats. We'll take a nice Sphinx pose from there. So elbows are under the shoulders, hands in line with the elbows, and feet pointing down, legs engaged, tailbone and pelvis, pubic bone tucking towards the mat, ever so slightly to protect the lower back. And we'll lift up, shoulders down. I know it's so much to think about, but we really want to get that nice stretch into the back without dipping into the lower back. And then from here, if it's available to you, you can try seal pose. If not, you can stay here in Sphinx. But for seal, we're going to take our hands out to the outer corners of the mat and lift up through that position. Still keeping the legs strong, still tucking the pubic bone towards the mat, and letting the shoulders drop down as we stay lifted. Gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. We're going to lower ourselves down gently. And we'll just put our head on our hands, come into Makarasana, which is toes together, heels apart, to get that nice release in the lower back. A few breaths here. And from here, we're going to press up through tabletop and back into child pose. For this child pose, we'll go ahead and take a nice wide knee stance. So this is for your comfort. This is totally for your comfort. So you can be as wide or as narrow as you want to be here. Toes touch, heels apart, and we're just gonna walk the body out and down and just relax. Breathing into that lower back and the hips. We're gonna be here for a little while. This is gonna be another yin moment. We're just gonna hold here and breathe. Slowly coming out of the pose, we'll lift our head and walk our hands in so they can support us as we roll up through the vertebrae one by one. And we'll sit to the side of our feet. Beautiful job. So now it's time for our block. And what we're going to do with our block is we're going to sit on it and we're going to take a half reclined hero position. So you may have the flexibility that you don't need to sit on a block, and that is perfectly fine. For me, I do not have that flexibility. So we're going to, we meaning me, and you if you like, we're going to start sitting on the block. And I'm going to recommend placing your bolster behind the block just a little bit. So as I sit on my block, I want it to be aligned with me. And with both feet forward, I'm going to bend and pull back one foot. So we want to rotate that calf out, and this is half Supta Virasana, reclined hero. So as we sit here, one foot out and one is tucked with the legs parallel. The sit bones are even and level. That's why I need the block. So we'll then come onto the bolster. If you have a bolster, if not, you can pile up cushions. And if not, you can also just settle. We want to lift the hips just slightly and tuck them so that as we lay back, we don't dig into the lower back. And if the knee is lifted, we don't want that. We want it to be rested onto the mat. This is a really big stretch through this hip and front thigh. So take it easy, be very careful. Do not go further than you feel like you can. If laying back like this is too much, you can prop up the bolster with a block, or you might just want to hold yourself up with your hands to the degree that you're ready for. For those who are fully capable of laying down on the bolster, you can also take your arms up above your head if that's comfortable. And we'll breathe here for just a few breaths. And releasing the arms if you have them above your head. If you are on the bolster, planting your hands so you can lift your chin up and then lifting your whole body up slowly and uncurling that back leg. So we're going to get that on the other side. So shake out the legs just a little bit, and here we go for the other side, taking the left foot back, setting ourselves up, making sure our hip bones are nice and even, our sit bones and hip bones are nice and even, and getting that rotation with the calf on the outside. And we'll go ahead and place our hands back behind us. As we do that, we can lift up our tush and curl it under so that we are ready to relax back. So you might only feel comfortable going here, and that's fine. You can just tuck your chin in. We're not dipping back into the neck. We're keeping the chin tucked. And just breathe here. If you can go further, we'll go ahead and release down onto the bolster. And you can leave your hands open or take them above your head. Whatever you did on the first side, as long as it feels comfortable enough to do it here, you can do it again. And just breathing here, feeling through that amazing stretch. You're doing great. Just a few more breaths. And slowly releasing the arms if you have them up. Placing your hands down as support, chin to the chest, lifting, and then the arms support us in bringing the upper body up. And from here we can take out the block and leave that behind us. And we'll go ahead and shift to using our bolster underneath us. We're going to take a nice supported bridge. So we'll go ahead and sit up on the bolster, kind of sitting towards the edge. So our back will be supported as we go into supported bridge. You might just need to scooch around a little bit till you find the best option, the best spot, the sweet spot for you. So in supported bridge, our legs are parallel and our feet are under the knees. and they press into the mat. So we could potentially lift our hips up from here, but we're not trying to do that. We're allowing the bolster to support us in this position right now. Your hands can be down to the sides. They can also be lifted above the head. Whatever is most comfortable for you. No way is particularly better than the other. Then we'll go ahead and take our knees in. And we're going to lift up for a waterfall pose now. So lifting our feet up, nice. So it's a supported waterfall. And this pose is about keeping those feet mostly directly up to the ceiling. So if you find yourself like starting to tilt forward, we don't want to go there. And that's not this pose. So we're gonna just keep our soles not pointed, but soles facing the ceiling. Terrific, terrific. Just a light inversion tonight. Beautiful. And we'll bring those feet down, knees in. And while we're here on the bolster, we can just kind of rock around a little bit, massage against the nice cushion. Lower back, hug everything in, and then we'll go ahead and place those feet down onto the mat. We'll lift the hips up and slide the bolster out. So you're going to slide it to the left side first. And we're going to stretch out those legs. We're going to tuck in the right knee. Holding that, hugging that knee in. And then we're going to go ahead and guide that knee over to the bolster. And my leg tends to float anywhere if I don't hold on to it. So I tend to hold on to my leg just lightly as I reach out my hand and look out over the hand. Breathing here into a nice gentle twist supported by the bolster. We'll slowly guide that knee back to center, hugging that knee in. maybe opening it up into the hip socket and the armpit just a little bit. Going the opposite direction and placing that foot down and extending that leg. From here, we'll take the bolster to the other side. So with the bolster there, we'll hug in the left knee. And gently guide that knee over to the bolster to rest there. You can adjust if you need to. I just stood myself. And as I said, I guide my knee with my hand. And I let my other hand extend, my other arm extend in the other direction, and I'll look out over the extended arm. One last breath here. And we'll guide that knee back into center. Hugging it in. Showing it some love and opening that hip. Taking the knee to the armpit. And bring it back to parallel and placing that foot down. So beautiful job. I am going to shift over to the side, and I think you should too actually right now. We'll press up and then we'll talk about coming into the most comfortable space you can for Shavasana Yoga Nidra. So I'm going to place my bolster at knee level, so that's where my knees are going to be supported. I'm on a foam flooring right now, so I'm completely comfortable here. But if you are on a hard floor, I would recommend grabbing a couple blankets, putting them under your hips and under your head, because we're going to be here just a little bit longer, and I want you to just really be able to relax. Also, if you have a t-shirt or a towel, we're going to place that over our eyes so that we can block out any kind of light or anything that might distract us from tuning into ourselves, because we're about to tune really deeply into our bodies. So as you go and grab those things that you might need, I'm going to set myself up here, and I'm going to be in this position, but I'm going to guide you through your Yoga Nidra. So just get into your most comfortable, hit pause if you need to still grab some things. Coming into your most comfortable position, Shavasana. We're letting the legs flap open. We're letting the arms open and just relaxing. Closing the eyes. I recommend covering the eyes with something, a towel or a t-shirt, because it just creates a very relaxing, tuned in feeling. So once you're there, closing the eyes and just slowing down the breath. We're going to slow everything down. And just focus on releasing tension through the whole body. Right now we're just going to breathe into the whole body. And release on the exhale. You might even start to feel, as you focus on releasing that tension and breathing into the whole body, you might even start to feel the energy that surrounds you. Think about just melting into the floor and into that energy that is surrounding you. And just relaxing as if you're being cradled. And to start, we'll start with the feet tonight. So we'll focus on our feet, sending our awareness to our feet and consciously sending relaxation, sending a mental massage all through each foot, relaxing, massaging with our energy and our minds. And we'll take that awareness up the leg to the lower leg and calf muscles and shins. Sending the awareness to those areas and sending a mental, energetic massage through the whole lower leg. And as you send your awareness to any part of your body, you may feel it starting to tingle, and that's completely normal. As you complete relaxing that part of the body, we'll move on to the upper leg, the thighs and the hamstrings, which we focused a good bit on today. And we're just going to send our focus to that area. We're going to send a gentle massaging energy through these muscles. And making sure everything else in the body is still relaxed. And as we complete the massage of the thighs and the hamstrings, we'll send our awareness up to our hips, our glutes, our pelvis, and our lower abdominals. And we will lovingly send energy to this area, including the lower back. Sending a massaging energy the lower back, the buttocks, the lower abdominals, the groin, the hips. And we'll carry that awareness up into the upper torso, the chest, the upper back, the side body, relaxing all through this area. Sending massaging light all through the chest and the upper back. And we'll slowly transition into the shoulders and arms. Relaxing all through the shoulders and arms, releasing the tension that likes so much to store in these areas. Sending massage energy through the shoulders, feeling the peace and relaxation that comes with that great feeling of release of tension. Sending our awareness from there up into the neck, and the head, releasing the muscles in the neck, sending an awareness massage of energy all through the neck. And we'll move up into the face, relaxing the forehead, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the mouth, relaxing the jaw and the tongue, and then feeling the energy massaging the temples on either side of the head. And then finally taking our awareness and energy to the head, the skull, and even just beyond the top of the head. Relaxing all through the scalp, the skull, cranium, all over the head, the top, the sides, the back, really giving a full all-around massage of attention to this part of the body. And now applying that relaxation to the whole body, feeling as if waves or bubbles of tension are just floating away from you. Any kind of discord or negativity is just floating away from you. And you are just completely relaxed into your own self, into your own energy. Feeling one with your true, authentic self, your true, authentic self and state of being. Rest here for as long as you feel you need to. Feeling into that energy. When you are ready to come back, you can start to wiggle the fingers and toes. We're going to bring our awareness back to the body from the outside in instead of the inside out. Starting to move a little bit. And maybe turning the head from side to side. And then we'll go ahead and start to move and wiggle the body around. Just waking back up, maybe stretching the arms above the head, reaching the feet and toes out. And if your legs were on the bolster, you can press the feet onto the bolster and push it out of the way. Bring the feet onto the mat and shift gently to the side. And we can linger here just a moment as we adjust to the new position. And gently we'll go ahead and press ourselves up slowly, softly, adjusting, coming into a cross-legged seat, Sukhasana, easy pose. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders down and back, head off of the shoulders, chin ever so slightly tucked for alignment. And feel how your whole energy feels, and if it's shifted through the course of this class and this practice. With the eyes still closed, bringing the hands together at the heart center in Anjali Mudra. Let's solidify what we've created here tonight in our intent for peace, for relaxation. Whatever your intent has been, whatever you feel you have achieved for yourself here in this practice tonight, we solidify that and anchor that into our creative story here with chant of Om. So we'll inhale for Om, inhaling. Inhaling and exhaling, taking the gaze lower towards the floor, gently blinking, the eyes open, and lifting the gaze back up. The light within me sees the light within you. I'm so thankful for you joining practice with me tonight. And I hope that this helped you in some way relax, find peace, find calm, or just tune in and tune out. All my best. Namaste.